And we're live. Welcome back
we're
to
not.
another episode of Pop Culture. Shut up,
They're not
Zach.
going to hear this.
You?
Did you just call me Zach?
Yeah. Yes, I did. Sorry.
You know who's here, by the way? Since you
Zach's
mentioned
here.
that. Yeah. It's me.
That's what
This is the first
I was
time.
getting there to that.
Guys. This is the first time we've all recorded together in how long? 3 weeks? It's actually not our longest hiatus without the three of us in a room.
Yeah, I think
something like it.
because I think there were two
We went
weeks
about a
that
month.
we were worried, and then 1 week I had so much coding I couldn't get away from my laptop.
Yeah. But then there was like that month where you weren't there, Zach. So, but yeah, we're all back again. Back again. Zach is back.
Here I am.
Tell a
You-
friend.
Yeah, thanks.
I was hoping somebody would get that.
Boy,
Yeah?
I feel like it's been a while. I feel like I know I just saw you last week, and I saw you 2 weeks ago. But I feel like I haven't seen all of you guys in months. I don't know why. It feels like I haven't.
Are you living like in fast forward?
I guess so. It feels like we have not actually sat down and recorded an episode in a long time, but we just
Maybe
did.
we haven't. What do you know?
Time is that the time is relevant,
Time dilation.
Time is relative.
relevant.
Time is pretty relevant,
Time
actually.
is relevant. I like that quote. I'm going to use that from now on.
Yeah.
See, I'm an idiot. This is that proof that I'm an
Ryan.
idiot, and I shouldn't be allowed to be. Hi, bud. What's going on?
You're my idiot.
Kill me.
Waiting for
I
some
started-
kind of inspiring
Hey guys, this is
speech.
Pop Culture Unboxing. Welcome to the show.
Speaking of
I'm Matt.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Zach.
I finally do it. Start to do an intro, and he takes it from me.
He does.
Asshole.
Go ahead and do your intro.
No, too late.
What do you mean too late?
I started coming up with a new name. I'm starting on the new show idea, the one show I want to do,
Yeah.
and I
Stop playing with your mic.
no, I think I
You're
got
making noise.
I think I got an idea for a name, at least for that
Yeah?
podcast.
What are you going to call it?
Since it's just like a discussion forum of just pulling random people and just talking to them about
Make
their
sure
life.
you add do not steal at the end of this.
Well, I guess yeah. I can't say anything. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Dally has been helping me come up with ideas, but
Son of a...
oh no, I'll get you paper
The
towels.
world. For those of you that can't see on our audio podcast, we've spilled.
Whiskey.
Just remember
I-
that he.
I just spilled whiskey all over my mouse and laptop, but I'm not going to stop the recording because Mama didn't raise a quitter.
Well, she raised something.
Be an extended episode of you cleaning up your.
Luckily, most of it ended up on my mouse pad, which is still going to be a problem.
It's super absorbent.
Luckily, it's alcohol, and it'll just eventually.
Dry.
Oh, well,
Probably still
probably
going to
not.
remember to throw this in the washer when I get home.
Well, it's
The
bourbon,
computer?
so it's sugary.
yeah.
It'll actually be sticky when you're done.
Just throw the computer in the washer. That's a party foul. Does that mean you have to drink more? Would you like another? Do you want
I'm
another
good.
glass? You don't want another?
Thank you, though. I'll just spill it again. I probably shouldn't have sat it right on my laptop.
Oh, I gotta say, there's something entertaining watching Matt try to clean this up.
Yeah. Sucks to be a podcast listener, not like a video watcher. Maybe we should have had that video format. But
Alter
I guess
description.
if you're a cool person and you like me, don't steal my podcast name. But for the podcast with the like discussion forums, I thought I came up with the Human Discussion podcast. I thought that was so simple, and because I don't want since it's just a dumb podcast. It's basically
Oh, wait.
what.
I don't know what I did, but it stopped recording.
Did
I
it?
No, it didn't. I
Oh,
lied.
okay. If you didn't hear that because he wasn't close enough to the mic, he stopped recording. But I thought the Human Discussion podcast sounded pretty nifty. Sounded like it was pretty clever, more clever than something I would normally come up with. So I wrote it down.
So we can never have
Aliens.
guest stars.
We can never have a
of
cat.
Pets.
Yeah, we can't.
You
have
can't
pets.
bring May on or Binks.
No, we could try. I mean, what's it like being a cat to humans? Like what? So I thought about that. I don't know if there's any other clever names that I can come up with, but I also thought like the political podcast you wanted to do. I thought about a name for that, and I feel like I already told you this, but political idiots or politiates.
Plidiots.
Yeah, like yeah, something like that. But like the political idiot show, like because you're very knowledgeable of politics, and I'm not. I'm an idiot when it comes to politics. So I figured that was a good one to do. I've been lately just in like a zone of like trying to do new things. I joined a new workout program called that. No shocker, Joe Rogan apparently is either sponsored by or he's a part of it in some way. But it's called Own It, and normally
Sounds more like a Jocko Williams thing.
yeah. So it's like an hour-long like workout program, and they set you up. But I want to get kind of worked on it and trained on it because in February, or mid-February, they start like a 6-week challenge. And if you do the 6-week challenge, you have a chance to win a year supply of supplements from them for free, which they have one that supposedly does helps with brain function. Like,
oh, cool.
But I have that coming in the mail because I'm going to try that out. But there's that. You get that, and I think it's like you get $25,000 or something like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but I thought like if you ever need an incentive to try to work out and be healthier, like maybe go to, and I don't have to go to a gym. It's just I have to start. I bought the program and have it set up so it's like a 7-day thing. So you have to do it every day. So I set it up to start
I'm back
on it Monday. Matt's back. Zach's back. Matt's back. But
it is entertaining how we're messing up everyone's names.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Have fun with your workout thing. Are you gonna be swole?
Well, I don't know. So this is there's like 4 different versions of the workout plan. So there's body weight, using body weight to do the exercises, and then there's a kettlebell one that's like 6 weeks and each an hour long of kettlebell work exercises. There's barbell, and then there's something else. I'm going to move into the kettlebell. I want to do that. Mm-hmm. So if I can get swole like that, maybe. I also, this is the year I decided that.
Don't be a coward, Ryan.
I'm going to make this year be a year of doing something. So I'm starting to look into figure out how to make, to do streaming stuff for like miniature painting.
Yeah.
And like making a show out of it where it's, I'm not very good at it. And I'm learning to get better and better. So showing like my growth of being a mini painter is like starting out as a beginner, moving on like the entry path, and it'll be like a streaming show. So I thought about doing that. I'm reading a lot more books.
Like what?
So right now, I bought the audiobook version, or not the audiobook, the digital book version of Jordan Peterson's 12 Ways to live.
It's 12 Rules for Life.
Yeah, 12 Rules for Life.
Did you do Antidote to Chaos or Beyond Order?
Beyond Order.
Beyond Order's coming out.
Well,
soon.
it's coming out in March, but I wanted to do. So he had that first book, and then the second one is more rules. More rules for success. I want. So basically, I pre-ordered that, but I was like, okay, well, I watched. Peterson made like all these videos explaining each one of the rules from the new book. So I was like, okay, well, what if I go back and read and listen and read to the new books or the old book and try to understand? And so that I'm reading stuff like that. I've cut myself off from Star Wars. So I cut myself off from like
cold turkey.
Yeah. So
you don't even look at Star Wars pictures anymore?
No. So
wow.
I mean, right now,
what have you done with all your Star Wars Lego sets?
So they're all still in there. But what I'm doing, because eventually I'm going to be moving out of this place, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to tear them apart and put them in bags like you do with yours, and then put them all away. Put all the Star Wars stuff. Like, if not anything, I'll keep it there. But basically, I'm going to cut myself off from like Star Wars, DC Comics, Marvel, like cutting myself off from all of that stuff.
That sounds miserable.
Trying to work on not spending so much money on my own money on like more collectibles and stuff, and just trying to like figure out, what am I doing wrong? Because I have a problem that I'm starting to realize that it's starting to catch up with me. Is I was addicted. I'm really addicted to buying things. Like I can't stop, to the point that I was trying to figure out what it was that was doing that, and it turns out like something, I don't know what it is. I can't pinpoint what it was, but something from when I was younger or something in the past messed me up. And it did something like it put like a This sounds like real hippie.
Have you
crap.
considered that you just like buying things and that's okay?
Well, the thing is, like, I would get more and more miserable after I would look at this stuff. So like I would buy stuff and I'd walk into the office and look at it and I'm like, this stuff is just collecting space. As an adult, it's weird to have toys and stuff that are sitting on a shelf and just staring at you. But you don't
do you
take
like
them
it?
Well, I don't anymore. That's the problem. I don't like it anymore. Honey, go. Seriously, go. But basically, I figured I started to buy stuff that I didn't want. Then it escalated to me like spending lots of money for things that I truly didn't want, like a vinyl record that I'll never listen to. I will never touch it. But I kept putting it in my cart, buying it, and then canceling it. I could never decide to keep it. Yeah. So I was like, what am I doing? And then I realized there's so much. Sometimes I just spend money and then I put something away.
You know what you need to do is you need to get a hobby that involves like a pay to win game, like an MMO or something like that. And then you just dump your money into that.
No,
so
that seems like the wrong thing.
You mean like
Minecraft? But you get the thrill of spending the money, but you don't have all the crap gathering dust. I don't see how this isn't a solution to your problem.
Doesn't that involve gambling and stuff? Basically, what it is.
But I don't see how it doesn't solve the issues you have. It seems like you enjoy spending money, but you don't like stuff. So just
Well, no, to me it makes total sense because what you're looking at is that instead of finding a purpose, you're filling it with buying items.
Yeah,
and then when you're done with the item, you're like, well, I didn't find purpose in this item. Yeah. So it was a waste of time. It was a waste of effort.
Well, like the miniature painting stuff that I do, I found an unbelievable amount of enjoyment out of that. Like fulfillment from doing it and getting better. Like as you've seen like where I've been.
Yeah.
It's stuff I'm proud of. So it's like, well, okay, this is what I've been doing wrong in my life. Is I've just been spending money and like not spending my time wisely. Like I don't invest my money into myself or growing as a person or books or anything. I don't read. Like it's bad. Like that's bad. It's like I'm almost 30 and if I don't change anything, if I don't change something now, I'm just always going to be broke all the time and never go anywhere.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I basically I'm finally sitting down a list of all the stuff I want done by the time the end of the year is, and I'm going to make that goal, what it takes. So it's, finally like taking care of my health because I don't go to the doctor. I haven't been to a doctor in like 15 years. So like, who knows what problems I have and don't know about.
You know what's crazy
it's
about
like Schrodinger's health issue. As long as you don't know if you have it, you're fine.
You're fine. Exactly.
You know what's crazy about that? I did the same thing. Turns out you're probably fine.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. That's the thing. You're like, I haven't been to a dentist. I've got cavities.
If you feel fine, you're probably fine.
Yeah.
Your body has a way of letting you know if something's wrong.
I don't know how you guys wear sweaters like this, sweatshirts like this.
They're in style.
I'm melting right now.
They're stylish, dude.
It says disappointment on the front.
But they're stylish. That's how we wear them.
When you grow up, anxious as all get out, and then as you get older, you start to realize, it really doesn't matter. Like you've already built the skill of being layered up so much in the middle of summer that like it never bothers you.
Ryan.
Oh my!
I could have went my life without seeing that.
I couldn't have. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Ryan took his shirt off in front of us, and it was something.
I'm not shirtless. I had a shirt underneath the sweatshirt.
Well, yeah, but you could have left the fantasy going. Guys, I have a question for you.
What's up?
We know. I think I know what the answer is for Zach, but Ryan, I'm not as sure about. Same as with myself. What's your personality type, A or B?
Do you want to answer? You said you think
it's A, but I feel like I have a lot of B traits.
Okay.
Because I'm a lot calmer.
And for anyone who doesn't know, who hasn't heard of it, Type A versus Type B are generally it's up there with like Myers-Briggs and stuff like that, where it's pseudoscience, but it's kind of a fun way to determine what kind of person you are. Type A being very driven, ambitious, goal-oriented, always moving. Whereas Type B is more relaxed, less neurotic, you might say, and you have goals, but you're not as quick to get to them. I'll get to these as I come. So like a Type A would look at a mountain and say, I have to climb that right now and do it. Whereas a Type B would I'd like to climb that mountain eventually, and they'll get to it, but it's not at the top of the priority, and they're not going to stress out trying to do it right now. So that's the question: is what types are you? And I have a test in front of us. and I already took it. I scored 3 out of 10, which made me type B. So I guess the closer to 10 you get, the more type A you are. I'm type B. I kind of knew that already. I'm very relaxed. So I'm going to have you guys take it. I have it open in 2 tabs so I can do it both of you at once.
Okay.
So, first question, boys. When exercising, do you try to keep a steady pace or do you push yourself to go harder?
In the past, it's been a steady pace.
What was the first one that came to your mind?
Steady pace.
Steady pace. Zach?
Push.
All right, that tracks. In conversations, sometimes you interrupt people or people interrupt you.
Oh, that's
Ryan?
a hard one. I would say, it's a little bit, probably more.
Answer the question,
interrupt
Ryan.
me. Jesus, I
was just
interrupt
interrupting.
myself, or they interrupt me.
Okay, Zach?
To be honest with you, I would say others interrupt me because in a debate, I would rather actually have the conversation. And if they want to jump in and make a point, I'll continuously fight each point as it comes up.
Okay.
That's fair.
Ryan and Zach, do you play games to have fun or to win?
Have fun.
Win. What's the point? Like, I have fun through winning.
That was one of mine where where I had to type A answer. I play to win.
Yeah.
The best position / rank in a team is the leader or second in command to an awesome leader.
Can you repeat? Wait, sorry, what?
The best place in a team is
Leader.
to be the leader or to be second in command behind an awesome leader.
Leader.
I was going to say this. I would say the leader, yeah. But it's really
doesn't
funny.
answer the leader?
This sounds
Sounds
like
like
that
you're
political
saying
compass
like a
test.
liter of cola, not like
Well, like,
Leader. How do you say leader?
leader.
Leader.
Your D sounds like a T.
Yeah, it sounds like you're saying
Leader.
That's
Leader.
Okay, that one sounds a little. say it.
Leader.
That's
Leader.
better.
Yeah.
Leader.
But it sounds like you're saying leader instead of.
We'll go down
leader.
this road in a second because I think we've had this discussion before about how I say things. When driving, do cars pass you or do you pass cars?
I often pass cars.
That makes sense.
I'd say I. Nah, they pass. I pass them. I pass
All
them.
right.
I think
The pleasure in a task is finishing it or exploring its possibilities.
exploring its possibilities.
Finishing it.
I didn't even finish saying that, and Ryan had it on there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I eat slowly to savor the flavors or fast for a burst of flavor.
Fast.
Wait, say again?
Do you eat slowly or fast? Slowly so you can savor it, or
Nah,
quickly so you can get a
I
burst.
eat fast. I'm usually hungry, and I
Yeah,
just like
I
to.
eat fast. I'm told that I eat way too fast.
Okay. Stress pushes you to achieve or harms your output.
100% pushes me to achieve. I actually got promoted in five months at a company out of sheer spite.
I think the same thing happened to me.
That's hard because it depends. It literally depends. I would say it more or less pushes me more than it brings me down.
That was my answer too.
Because
Is that what you're going with?
Yeah, because in most cases it's pushed me, but
And
I've
this
had
is-
times
this
where
is short.
stress has
We only have
knocked
one
me
more
down.
question. When you take breaks, do you enjoy the moment or stay preoccupied with your work?
Enjoy the moment.
100% stay preoccupied with my work.
And based on these answers, we already know who's going to be what. So Ryan, let's start with you. Ryan, you scored 5 out of 10,
Ooh,
which
50-50.
makes you type B.
Okay.
So you're right in the middle, which is exactly what me and Robin were saying earlier. Is you're somewhere in the middle. And Zach,
I'm going to say 8 out of 10.
it's taking its time. There we go. Huh. You scored 5 out of 10 as well,
Interesting.
meaning you're type B, but in the middle.
That's what I think.
interesting.
Well, that's what I mean. I feel like, because I could have answered those questions both ways. I have
Yeah,
examples
that's
of
the
both
problem.
ways.
But I mean,
Well, and it also depends on the situation. Like
but
when
I
I'm
think-
running, it's at a pace. When I'm lifting, I'm pushing me to my max.
Exactly.
And that's exactly.
But
It's like
in that-
depends
and
on what
that's
you're
the
thinking
issue.
of at the
Yeah.
moment.
These questions lack a lot of context, and it's exactly why I led into the saying it's a pseudoscience, like Myers-Briggs. It's a handful of very generic questions that anybody can think of themselves in any of the answers.
Yep.
You can think of examples in your life where you've fallen into that category.
Yep.
Yes.
And it's again, or an IQ test where unless it's administered by a professional who knows what to look for, and maybe the questions aren't, and the answers to your questions aren't actually it's how you answered them.
Yeah.
These things mean nothing. Like this thing says you're type B, Zach, but you're type A through and through.
What's interesting is that like it reminded me a lot of like the political compass quiz,
Yeah.
where it'll ask you like, do you think people should like suffer if they can't make it on their own? It's like what?
Yeah.
It's like Like how
Very
how am I
clearly
supposed to answer that? Like
very clearly made to push you in a certain direction.
Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of what I was like when I was reading that. I was like, yeah, it's very much they're not exclusive things.
Yeah.
It's not like would you rather do this or this. It's like, okay, well, if I have to have one, I'll pick this.
Yeah.
It's like they give you like this really weird setup where it's like you don't have to do both, and in certain situations it changes. So
Yeah. So, how does that feel for you guys?
It seems like that's the thing. Is basically if you're type B, you're a stoner. That's not the way I look at it. Like,
that's
Yeah.
funny.
you're a stoner if you're type B, and then if you're not, you're a businessman. That's the way at least that way I look at it.
Yeah, I definitely say I'd have to be more of a type A, but I do need something to drive me as well.
Do you want to try another one?
I don't know. Do we want this to be a pop culture show or not?
I don't know. I mean, the psychiatry stuff is pop culture, right?
I guess
Yeah,
let's
that'd be
do it.
cool.
I don't know. Jordan
Well,
Peterson's becoming more of a pop culture icon, so
Oh,
he's a psychiatrist.
He was he's a clinical psychologist.
Oh,
Yeah, he was real big about 3 years ago, and then he got sick and kind of died off a little bit.
I don't know, man.
But
he seems to be getting it back in his pride.
Well, he just got out of
Back in his stride.
out of the hospital and
Yeah.
everything, so he's
man.
starting to come back.
What a situation he was in. Oh,
Wait, who?
Jordan Peterson.
Oh, he's
To
the
be
guy
honest
guys
with you,
like.
the thing that stuck out the most to me when he came out and he gave his like, "Hey, I'm back" speech, is he was like, there's a lot of people that did things for me that I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't have done for them. He goes, I am absolutely blessed with the people that are around me.
oh yeah, he's a real honest person.
And I was just like, I don't know if I could say that to someone.
What's the test you have for us now?
It's the same thing, but
Just a
different one. This one looks like it's a better one because it is.
Is this one approved by? Who'd you say is the one that came up with this?
Some cardiologist. Okay, we'll do these a little more rapid fire, I guess.
for it.
And then, so your choices on these are 1 to 5, 1 being strongly agree, 5 being strongly disagree.
Okay.
I feel like that's so back.
I could turn anything into a competition.
Agree.
So agree,
3.
somewhat agree, disagree. Mm-hmm. Given the opportunity for a promotion or scholarship, I would do whatever it took to be the one chosen.
Oh boy.
I'm going to say agree and not strongly agree because clearly I have principles that I won't violate to get there. But
Okay.
I say agree.
All right. In general, I am a trusting person.
yeah, I usually assume that people are good until
does that
until
agree?
proven otherwise. Mm-hmm.
You know me better than me. What do you think? Do
You
think-
are.
You think
I'm going
am?
to say agree. I don't think you're like naively trusting of people, but you tend to trust. I believe there is some good in everybody.
Yes, I agree. I strongly agree.
Okay, Zach.
I'm going to put that one in the middle because I believe people are capable of good and evil.
Time is money.
I mean, depends on how you're looking at it.
I
Put that in the
I
middle.
somewhat agree.
Somewhat agree.
Yeah.
I mean, you could break it down into economics, but it depends on what it is.
The more money I make, the happier I'll be.
It's
Somewhat agree.
I'm going to say put that in the middle because once you actually get enough money to keep the debt collectors at bay, it doesn't improve your life. But to a certain point, it does.
This thing is not liking me running it twice at the same time. But you guys are answering pretty similarly. I like having or would like to have upscale luxuries in my life.
I don't agree.
Well, what defines upscale luxury?
Yeah.
Big house, lots of furniture,
No, I don't agree.
I mean,
fine china.
I'm gonna say agree, but really, like for me, it's like, hey, I want a game room so that I can entertain people, and I need a house big enough to entertain, and that's it. Like
Yeah,
after that, like
This
I
is
don't
kind
care.
of worthless if I can't do this.
It's
with
all
both
items.
of you,
It's
so.
all items in the end. It
Yeah.
all will.
I'm gonna do this. See, here's what I'm gonna do. I need to run this back with Zach real quick, or with Ryan really quick, because
We don't have to do this. We can talk about anything.
I guess we can. Yeah. What do you have?
Well, I figured that you would. I picked this out for you, but the Kong versus Godzilla thing.
Oh my god, that trailer looks so dope.
I think it looks cool, but I do want to say I'm getting some Batman v Superman vibes from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that too.
There was a meme that helped solidify it for me, but it was like it was a meme of Godzilla laying on the ground, and like, Godzilla, like it's Godzilla standing over him, like Photoshop's crappy, holding that axe thing.
Yeah.
And he says like, you were never a king. You were barely even a monster. And then he replies back, "Save Martha," or Mothra, and he throws it down. And he's like, "Why did you say that name?"
Incredible.
That's priceless. Save
But
Mothra.
yeah, it does have have those vibes. I think what's going to happen is they're going to fight, and then they're not going to fight enough.
Have you heard the theory?
And there's going to be a big evil that they're
Have you heard
going
the
to fight
theory
together.
about what the big evil that's going to make them team up?
No,
Mecha Godzilla.
that would make sense. The like humans
try to fight Godzilla.
Well, the humans just said like he's hurting people, and no one knows. But it's clearly we don't know why he's doing it, because he's a monster and you're ants to him.
Yeah,
he doesn't even
exactly.
know you exist.
Yep. So that
would be interesting. Yeah, I do figure that like it's going to be one of those things. In the end, they team up so they don't have to answer who would win.
Yeah.
Yeah, because however they
Nobody
answer
will be
that,
happy.
someone's
Yeah.
going to be mad.
Yeah.
Well, and then
But it's obviously Godzilla. Like
Yeah.
with no
I mean,
question.
I don't
big
agree.
monsters punching each other. It's gonna be
Yeah.
fun.
But here's the thing. Kong punches and uses tools. Godzilla shoots lasers out of his mouth and can also do a radioactive explosion. Like,
I
How
think
do
that's
you
how it
beat
would
that?
end. I think that's how it would actually end. Is Godzilla would just blow himself up before
Yeah.
he would let himself.
and keep in mind that every time they've tried this concept, Kong has to get like crazy buffed to even stand a chance. Like in the original story, he's only like 30 feet tall.
Well, that's
He's a big monkey,
Well-
but he's not massive.
Remember how I said to you I didn't like, there was something that I didn't like about, it looks like they shrunk Godzilla down to make him more of an even match because
I don't think so.
in the King of Monsters film, you see how big he is compared to like some of the buildings.
Godzilla's about 300 meters tall, and he looked.
Yeah, but but then if you go
No,
back
300 feet. I forget.
if you look at Kong Skull Island, you see Kong like carrying a helicopter, and you see the size of it. But then if you go back and watch Godzilla King of is it King of the Monsters or King of Monsters?
It is. It's the new one is King of the Monsters. No one calls it that.
I would say King
It's
of
King of
Monsters is what I
Monsters.
call it. But
Yeah, everyone does.
in King of Monsters, there's a second where you get to see how big he is, like Godzilla is, and it doesn't match up with the new film because when they're
even
staying
watching
on the
even-
the helicarrier.
Yeah, I was gonna say, even watching the trailer,
I'm sorry,
it looks like his spines are just as long as the aircraft carrier, and then he stands on
Yeah,
the aircraft carrier, and then they're the same size. It's like, well,
Yeah,
So
It's like, wait, what?
just using the aircraft carrier they're standing on for scale, because in the trailer they're fighting each other on an aircraft carrier. This Godzilla from King of Monsters is 393 feet,
I'm just saying it doesn't match,
which
from
makes
old.
sense looking at that carrier on the size they were all standing on it. I totally buy that. It's because I think looking at that shot, it's weird because it's like, oh, they're standing on a boat. It looks small. I think people forget how big aircraft carriers are.
I'm just saying
They are massive.
I'm saying what it looks like they did is they sized him.
I think the cat's about to lick my whiskey mouse pad.
Don't do that, cat. Is she going to?
Oh no,
She's just
going-
jumping in the sink.
Yeah.
Just for this, it looks like they either made Kong tall, like bigger, or they made Godzilla smaller to make them more evenly to make the fight.
Okay, so wait, Zach, have you seen all of the 3 new Godzilla Monster Universe movies?
I saw 2. I didn't see a third one.
You saw Godzilla and King of Monsters, right?
I don't think so.
What about
I watched,
Kong Skull Island?
I watched the one where
this new one's the third one.
4th.
this new one's the 4th one.
Skull Island is in that. The same
Well,
universe.
I mean, in Godzilla films,
I didn't.
when you
I
asked
didn't
the
see.
question,
Yeah, I didn't see Kong.
yeah.
So you saw King of Monsters in 2014's Godzilla.
Yes, I saw.
Okay.
I saw the 2
So,
Godzilla movies.
Actually, I think it's one of the films. There's like you can go back and look at a screenshot of Godzilla, and just the size compared to what he used to be to what he is now. It's clear they shrunk him down. I mean,
I don't think
it's-
they did.
It's not a big deal. It does not matter to it's a monster movie like this. Look, in the end of the day, the film makes sense if you don't think about it.
Well,
if you
yeah.
just enjoy the film for what it is.
Yeah.
Like this, look, this is not going to be a great film.
I
but
don't
I
care.
think
I want to see a bunch
if
of
you-
monsters fighting.
Yeah, I mean, like I think it's gonna be good for somebody, but
I
it's
think
not
it'll do-
like an Oscar-winning film.
I think it'll do better than most, but I think it's definitely not an Oscar-winning film because when they do Oscars, they're looking for some kind of
They're looking for whoever put enough money in.
yeah.
They're looking for artistic films, not fun films.
Yeah. Well, and it's kind of like the Marvel movies. Like some of them won some awards, but they should have been winning Best Picture because they were blowing out every single other movie. But they were like, no, that's not fair.
Well, but
they don't get
yeah,
to pick it. And it's
like,
like, well,
I mean,
now you're just choosing who wins and who
We're
doesn't.
beyond the days of Lord of the Rings cleaning up at the Oscars,
Yeah.
where those were both
Mm-hmm.
fun films and Marvels of their own.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like there's a clear difference between a Taxi Driver. Taxi Driver is a brilliant movie.
Mm-hmm.
It is not a fun movie.
No,
It is. There's nothing fun about it.
Is
And
this
that's the Oscars seem to make a distinction between those.
is Godzilla vs Kong coming into theaters as well, or is it just going to?
Yes, and it actually just got pushed back a week. So March 31st
Oh my
now is
God,
when it comes
why?
out.
But it's going to theaters, and
I think so. Yeah,
because
we should go see it in theaters.
'cause
Dude,
Dune's
we should
not.
go see it in theaters.
Well, we should because that's the only way that film would be good.
I know.
That would be cool.
That's like Dune, but I think Dune's just coming to streaming platforms.
I'm sure. I think they're still fighting about that.
They
That's
better.
I think that's the hill Legendary is going to try to die on.
They
not
should.
Gonna, they're not going to
They
die on
really
the Godzilla
should.
hill. They're going to go for the
Dune
one.
Hill.
Well, I'm sorry, but look, I have.
So I guess they're gonna
get-
die on this Dune.
Because
I have an opinion
Mm-hmm.
on this whole on the idea of some of like my best memories of like with you and
Yeah.
like other Zach. Sorry, not you.
It's all good.
But I have good memories with you. But my best memories like with you guys is like going to see Cats. I was the worst
God.
time of my life because of my eye constantly trying to like cry out of my socket.
Yeah.
But
And I was working on 30 hours, or I was on 30 hours awake at that point too.
yeah,
It was a fever dream.
but but it was a really great time. Especially we were in this empty theater. It's just me, him, and a few other people, and these two elderly ladies walk in. Could sit at any seat, Zach. Could sit anywhere in the theater. They sat next to us
That's so
at an
funny.
empty theater. It was like I look like I'm getting like emotionally moved by this movie because I'm sitting there. I have like a giant thing of paper towels, and I'm constantly wiping my eye because my eye for some reason. I guess I cut it or something, and it kept watering. But instead of leaving the film,
Had
I
nothing
said,
to do with watching that horrible CGI, and it was
No.
just like,
Have
no,
you seen it?
blind you.
No, because I was
blind
sitting
it.
Have you seen
outside
it?
of the movie looking like I got.
I
stood
saw
up
the
at a
trailer
date.
for it and
We gotta
went,
get him to watch
no.
it. We got to make him suffer with us. I feel like I need a refresher because Cats is like.
I've got too much to live for.
We've talked about it on the show.
I don't know how
before.
much time I have left.
But, like,
I'm like,
Cats transcends the idea of a bad movie. Like it goes. So you know how a lot of movies like they're so bad they wrap around to being good again. Cats is so bad that it wraps around to being good and then back to bad again. That's how bad it is, and I love it.
I think that's where
It's
you make
better
the
than Rise of
mistake of it
Skywalker.
never wraps around to be good to
I'd
begin
rather
with.
no. I legitimately would rather watch Cats than Rise of Skywalker.
yep.
Is
I
that
agree.
bad?
Yeah, I agree. I agree because at least when,
At least you can make fun of one. The other, you're just mad.
that was a
Yeah.
miserable. Oh man, seeing Cats that was a miserable time. I thought I was gonna have to cancel while because I got to the theater before Matt because I always show up like 30 minutes like early.
Yeah.
So I'm like sitting in the theater and like my eye just starts getting like real dried out and it starts watering real bad. And I'm just sitting there like basically what it looked like. At one point I'm sitting in a chair like wiping my eye. It looked like I got stood up and I was bawling about it. Like I'm sitting there like wiping my eyes,
Oh, that's so funny.
like trying to beg like please Zach or I was like Matt, please show up. Like just show
so
up.
funny.
Like, it looked really and then when you show up, I'm still crying. It looked like we were on a date, but but
That's so funny.
It was.
it was
And then there was Predator.
that was rough. That was
The
one,
highlight. The highlight of the movie was me leaning over and saying, "Ask me how." What did I say?
So in like the first, and
The opening
I
scene
literally
is
do
a couple
not mean
spaceships
this.
fighting.
In the opening 30 seconds of the film, I had already decided I didn't want to sit and watch the rest of the film. But because the moment we see the first ship fly and there's fighting, he just leans over to me because Matt has this thing that other Zach can't stand. It's if we're in a movie that we lost the ability to care about, we'll talk to each other the whole time through the movie.
Oh, I
In the
can't
middle of
stand
the
that.
theater. So like we'll constantly make jokes about it. So what like it just 30 seconds in, couldn't even help it. He turns over and like leans over and listens to me. He's like, ask me later how this film ends. And then just
No, that's not what I said. I said like, ask me later at what point I knew this movie would be crap.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's right. You said something about the end.
Which one was it?
Predator, the new Predator.
The new Predator.
And it's the movie that solidified my dislike of Shane Black. He burned me with Iron Man 3, and he burned me again with Predator.
He said that so many times
Iron
on
Man
podcasts.
3 was so
I hate
bad.
We
Shane
were
Black.
so excited to record the podcast about Predator because I think we both were just like, this film is amazing.
That's funny.
It's
Loved it though.
It's amazing.
At the end of
The
bad.
hospital fight is dope.
At the end, I walked out of it. I was just like, all this time, the autism was an evolutionary trait.
That's the thing. There's one of the main characters is an autistic kid, and the plot is that the predators are looking for the next evolution of humans, and this autistic kid is it. So it's another
autism
movie.
is us evolving into something better.
Yeah,
Think
that's
about
the message
that.
of the movie.
See, we need to start vaccinating our kids more.
Yeah.
Oh my
Give-
god.
The movie. But there's a fight. They capture the predator in the middle of the movie, and then when he escapes from the facility they have him in, it's really cool. Like him fighting. Like when he first breaks out, the first guy he gets is like the guy's got his arm near the predator. The predator whips his head around and stabs the dude with his mandibles.
It's insane.
Yeah, like the predator is cool, and then they kill that predator with a bigger, badder predator.
Yeah. Well, I was really excited because at the end, there was one scene I thought was going to fix it for me. Was at the end they created predator fighting armor. So like they took the other predator and took all of his gear and created their own like humanized fighting suit to fight
be
predator.
able to compete.
And I thought, oh, that's cool. Obviously, who's going to fill that suit is going to be Dutch. Did you watch the first Predator?
No, but all I could think of was we just need some more money and we can get out of here.
Yes. Well, Dutch is Arnold Schwarzenegger's character from it.
Okay.
Like he's the first ever to kill a predator. But I thought he was going to walk in. I thought they were going to bring old Arnold Schwarzenegger in to like put the suit on.
Yeah.
Yeah. But instead, it's Is it the guy?
It's the main character. All I remember about him is he
Yeah.
was blonde.
Yeah.
That's
It's
it.
the main character. He's the blonde guy.
Did you watch Suicide Squad?
Yes.
The-
Oddly
the
enough,
soul-
I think is the best DC film.
The soul.
Yikes!
That hurt. That made me cringe. That hurt me.
Felt Ryan's
I was
heart
going to say, does
stop
that say
there.
something about me or does that say how bad DC is?
Oh man, I don't know how. I
Wonder
feel.
Woman was good. The first one. It was better than Suicide Squad.
But Rick Flag from the Suicide Squad.
Which one's Rick Flag?
He is the leader who's basically in charge of the squad. He's there. He's
Okay, yeah,
dating
that guy.
Enchantress.
Okay, yeah.
He's the guy, the main character.
I misheard you
He
there.
plays basically the same person every time. He has no emotion.
Yeah.
He's basically an actor.
It's
that
like
they were
watching
can you
Mark,
show
Mark
emotion?
Wahlberg play a dad.
Yeah, it was like, can you show emotion? He said no. Like you're hired. That's what they did.
That's funny. Yeah, have you ever seen Mark Wahlberg play a dad
I've
in
seen Mark
different
Wahlberg
movies?
play a lot of things,
Dude,
and he doesn't change.
remember that one where
he plays
tried to kill him?
He plays the phenomenal dad. Where what tried to kill him?
Remember the one where Plates tried to kill him?
Plants.
Planes.
Oh,
Planes.
Plants.
Oh, you're talking about. I thought you were talking about Transformers for some reason.
I was like, I'm so confused.
That's even better.
I thought you said.
I rescind that. Planes is a lot better.
I thought you said planes, and all I could think about is the one Transformers because he's only in one of them.
yeah,
I
he
think.
is.
And
No, I was
it's
talking about the
Transformers-
happening.
The Happening's
The
also
Happening.
The movie where shockingly in the middle a kid eats a shotgun blast to the face. That comes out of left field. It's great. I don't care what
deleted-
anyone says about that movie.
I deleted that film out of my memory.
Yeah, well, it was bad. Well, it wasn't necessarily bad. It was better than
Do you
Bird
really
Box.
think Suicide Squad is the best one of them all? Do you really?
Yeah.
You really mean that?
Uh-huh.
Wow, you have bad taste in films.
No. I don't think you understand.
I don't even think.
I'm not saying Suicide Squad was good.
Dude,
I'm
none of
saying it was the best out
Oh
of
man,
them.
I don't know. To me,
You're wrong.
To me,
Batman vs Superman was not terrible.
I think
Everyone memes the Martha thing. It is not a bad movie.
it's still
well,
funny.
okay.
It
Let me revise that. I actually did like Man of Steel.
Man of Steel was
Man
good.
of
Man of
Steel,
Steel was good. But
I got taken out of Man of Steel because of that fight when you get all the
wholesale
advertisements.
destruction.
Yeah, they just
Oh,
decided
yeah.
to put. They're like,
like,
we got
all the advertisements are right
we
here.
got sponsored by everyone. Let's just put them in the one fight scene where we show us destroying their businesses.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like the weirdest thing.
Have I ever told you about my theory about two different movies. First of all, what was the movie where Chris Pratt and
Guardians of the Galaxy.
what was her name?
Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
I think I know what film we're talking
The one
about.
where they're on a spaceship.
Interstellar?
Yes,
No,
Jennifer
not
Lawrence.
Interstellar.
And he wakes her up because he's a creep.
Yes.
And did you see Valerian in a City of a Thousand Planets?
No, but I did want to.
It's interesting. So the problem with Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets, the two issues. The first issue is the movie is it just feels like the whole movie is exposition. Like it's a cool universe they build, but you never really feel like you learn about it. You feel like you learn about it the whole movie and there's not a whole huge plot. And the other issue is the two leads, Cara Delevingne, I don't know, and Dane DeHaan have no chemistry.
Do you want a fun fact about her real quick?
Yeah.
So she...
Do you know how to pronounce her name?
No, I don't.
Oh.
But she so if I remember it correctly, for Suicide Squad, she knows how to like tattoo people. So she tattooed everyone on Suicide Squad, and
Oh, really?
and to prove it, on the Graham Norton show, she tattooed Margot Robbie tattooed her foot with a smiley face because she taught her how to. So like
That's kinda
it's
wild.
either Margot Robbie has on her foot. No, see, I can't remember this correctly. I guess.
But anyway,
This is why I don't try to tell stories. I'm an idiot.
the two main characters in Valerian have no chemistry. You feel like they're supposed to, but they don't.
So I
my
believe
theory is both of those movies would have been wildly improved if the leads were swapped. Because Jennifer Lawrence and Chris Pratt do have chemistry, but he's a creep in that movie, and it never really addresses it. Whereas in Valerian, he's supposed to be a little bit of a creep in this movie, but like he redeems himself. But whereas these two have no chemistry, and I'm sorry, Dane DeHaan, if you happen to listen to this, you got that
She's
look
not.
about you.
She's not.
Dane DeHaan.
Oh, Dane DeHaan. I thought you were talking.
He's
about
the main
other
character in that. And he can play that kind of character. And so that would have worked really well in that other movie if
can't.
they had played into that.
I can't.
You can't what?
I can't. Well, he plays the Green Goblin in
Yeah,
in the
him.
Amazing Spider-Man 2, and
Oh, him.
just his like out of all the things he does, there's two things in the Amazing Spider-Man that made me not like him as an actor. There's at one point he throws like a glass cup against the wall, and out of nowhere he's just the one person that could make getting cut by glass
Passengers
feel like such a
Passengers.
was the movie.
make him. He throws like a piece of like he throws this cup and it smashes against something, and then he immediately goes and he like holds his hand or holds his face, and he gets cut by a piece of glass. Like you threw it across the room and you somehow got cut. I can't even do that, and I can do anything dumb. And then the first time we see him as Green Goblin, I think that we're gonna get like something real. I was like, okay, let's see what this guy's got. And he looks at Spider-Man after he finds out he's Peter. He just looks like, Peter, and he like spit flies from his mouth. Like, you're not cool. You're not cool. Not a cool Green Goblin.
No, yeah, and that's the thing is like they
Peter.
they were trying to make him like that creepy. Like when you look at it, you're like, oh man, like that's like an ominous creepy, and it just turned out just to be like weird creepy.
He just wasn't very good.
No, it's just not good at all.
But
So
I'm
yeah,
sorry that I'm still back on like the Suicide Squad thing, but it's weird. The
Wow,
more
you really threw him off with that.
the more and more I think about it, I think that
Ryan is so angry about this.
I think the only reason that I truly like Suicide Squad is it's the last movie that I saw with my little sister. I took her to the movie and walked away feeling like I was the worst big brother in the world. So it's like
Why?
like for me, it feels like it's a great memory to see her like enjoy this film. But I don't know why. But you telling me that that's the film you like the most when I walked
Out
out
of DC. But that's just because I feel like DC's just it ran itself into the ground, and Suicide Squad is so far removed from
we're
it.
definitely going to go see the new Suicide Squad
DC
because that one's going to be good.
DC was too worried about trying to play catch up with Marvel.
Oh, 100%.
I think now they're not.
Yeah,
Now-
they aren't, and it's
that new
hopefully working out better for them.
The James Gunn one. We showed. Were you there? Yeah, I think I showed both of you like the reveal trailer about it when they revealed all the heroes, and like the one dude is Nathan Fillion plays the guy that he could just rip his arms off and throw them at people.
God, there's
Like,
so many characters in that. I can't wait.
they say most of them are probably going to die.
Well, yeah, that's the only time you do that.
Point.
The only characters that I guarantee are safe is
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie's character, Harley Quinn, and Ezra Alberts.
Ezra Klein?
What's his name?
Ezra Dax.
He plays
That's another Deep Space Nine joke for you guys.
the action. No, he was in the Hobbs and Shaw movie. He played the villain in Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh, yeah. I can picture him.
He's not gonna die because they definitely paid him way too much money to be there.
To
just kill him off.
I'll go on that one. I think I said this before. Hobbs and Shaw, that was a blast. I love that movie.
Never seen it.
So much fun. It's just
I didn't watch it. But
It is like. Do you remember old Fast and Furious, or not even old Fast and Furious, newer Fast and
I've
Furious?
never seen a Fast and Furious movie.
Really, we
never
gotta watch
seen one of them.
Have you?
I won't.
I think I watched the first 2, and then after that, I was like, okay, I get it.
I love those movies. They are just such dumb. They're the epitome of dumb fun, and Hobbs and Shaw is just the epitome of the epitome.
I remember
it
when
does
I-
it. It knows how
the epitome.
the movies know how ridiculous they are and lean into it, which is why you get supercars jumping between skyscrapers. Yes, it wouldn't work like that, but it looks so cool.
Hobbs and Shaw was the only film in that whole world that I saw. When I saw the trailer for, I was like, I've never seen a Fast and Furious movie, but I really want to see that movie.
We need to watch it.
It
But
looks
you need,
really good.
But you need to watch. So you need to watch, I think, 5 and up to understand some of what's going on in that.
not
I think
going to.
5 or 6 deals with Shaw's brother.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
I think
but then
we've,
to understand what's going on in those movies, you need to watch the first ones.
not going
with,
to.
You can skip 3.
with the exception of Marvel, I think we've learned that a trilogy is where you stop.
Man, I'm so burnt out from
I
Marvel.
love it.
I'm
And now
so
they're going to
burnt
space
out.
with John Cena. I can't wait.
Finding outer space with John Cena.
I can't wait.
It's like, where else do you go from
Yeah,
there?
because the
But
last
you know
movie-
they're
in the last
going to push
movie,
another one out.
That's the last one.
In the last movie, they ramped a supercharged car over a nuclear submarine.
Yep.
It was so cool.
There.
I love it.
That's the last one too, right? And that with the one
F9.
F9 is going to be the last one.
Yeah.
And then apparently that was a real, like, they were going to space was a big secret because one of the characters was like interviewed and they were like, so what about this Fast and Furious going to space? And she acted like, I didn't know you knew about that. I thought it was like, that was a big serious. Like, where else were you going to go?
Yeah. How do you
Everyone already
escalate?
thought that.
Yeah. Well, it might be, it's possible that they're just looking to match Star Wars at this point, and just be like, hey, guess what?
Yeah.
Ours was better. At least ours increasingly got more and more complex, where yours just got worse and worse and worse.
That's the problem. Fast and Furious movies are kind of like Mission Impossible, where if you know what you're getting into, the movies just keep getting better. Whereas Mission Impossible, the movies just keep getting better, and it annoys me.
That
'Cause
new
it's
one.
like-
That new one with Henry Cavill in it. Is it
When he
Mission Impossible Fallout?
yeah, when he cocks his
man.
arms, that's so dope. Oh my god,
Oh man.
that whole fight was awesome in the bathroom.
Yeah.
God,
Just that, like, Henry Cavill's a beast. If I
Yeah.
saw that man coming at me to beat me up with that mustache,
I just fall on the ground myself.
that was worth making Justice League bad.
So
Beat me up with that
wait, here's the
mustache.
thing with F9. If it makes boatloads of money, which it will, and they decide they want to make more because they like money, do you realize that if them going to space brings us one step closer to Fast and Furious doing Spaceballs but serious, with a Winnebago flying through space?
Well, they've
Rides on board now.
they already did Spaceballs, but serious.
It's called Spaceballs.
Yeah.
No, it was the entirety of the new Star Wars trilogy.
Yes, but tell me, did you,
You
see
brought-
a
you
see a
found
Winnebago
one-
in a single one of those?
It's so true.
You
Like,
found
it bothers
one
me that
funny
it's so
meme.
right.
You found one funny meme about it, and now you cannot.
I
you
can't
try to
I
pepper
can't-
that into every episode.
I can't get my head like out of it. It's so true. Like they literally took all the same plot points and they were like, you know what? Let's make it serious. And they're like,
Spaceballs 2,
why
The
did
Search
this
for More Money.
fail?
The search for more money. I want that to exist. I want it to exist so bad.
It's too late.
Did you ever watch the Spaceballs TV show?
No, they made one.
They
Well,
made an
what's his name
animated
is back?
series on
Did they really?
on G4.
Oh my
And,
god, that sounds awesome.
Really good. It was really funny.
Yeah,
They could make a new one now that what's his name is back. The guy that played Honey I Shrunk the
Rick
Kids.
Moranis.
Yeah, Rick
Dark
Moranis.
Helmet.
Oh, I want to see
Now
that.
that- now
But
that
John
he's
Candy's
back.
dead.
Who?
But John
Yeah,
Candy's
Jan-
dead.
Oh,
He played
Yeah,
Garf.
I think
recast
they
him.
should leave.
No,
Just one
of
Spaceball.
all the characters, John Candy is the one you can't recast.
let Disney buy it out. They don't have any problem bringing the dead back to life.
I feel like it's a little too on the nose for them.
My heart.
That movie is very on the nose.
Disney is...
Once you realize it's not a parody of Star Wars, it's a parody of Star Wars merchandising, it just gets that much funnier.
Yeah. Well, I'm an example. Go look at my office right
Yeah.
now. I'm an example that merchandising is like the only thing that matters about Star Wars.
You go to yogurt and you're like, I'll take it all.
Yeah. I'll take 4 flamethrowers, please.
That's funny.
I feel like we're running out of steam, so we should close up the show.
You want to?
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Are we running out of steam?
Are we? Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
I just was
I
kind
can
of
feel the topic winding down, and
I was just
liking
the discussion, but okay.
We're going to talk about that Moana knockoff?
We want that. You're right. Raya and the Last Dragon.
What were you about to say?
I was about to close the show, but then he brought that up, and I'm like,
that was so... You smacked through like you just won a court case. You're just like, we did it, buddy. Don't you? You're not going to jail now.
no, you're not. So yeah, before the show, we watched the trailer for Raya and the Last Dragon.
Your glove doesn't fit. You must...
Ryan and the Last Dragon?
Yes. Raya
It's
and
not
the
Rain?
Last Dragon. It looks like it should be
Oh,
said
Ryan.
But I
It's
think it looks
Raya.
good.
That's what
Recognizing
Raya.
that Disney sucks at making
Or,
trailers,
sorry, it's Raya.
the movie looks cool.
Raya.
Animation looks awesome. I'm a sucker for fantasy stuff like that.
I mean, I like beautiful imagery. So there were a lot of things in the trailer that made me say, okay, I'll watch it.
If you're a fan of Asian style dragons, this will probably be your best fix since Spirited Away.
If you're a weeb,
Yeah.
if you're a weeb, it's there for you.
Yeah. If you like Asian
That's
dragons,
funny.
you watch that. If you like American style, you watch Godzilla versus Kong. Easy.
Yep. Yeah. What he said.
So,
Is
yeah.
it American
I like how
style?
she
Is it not
copied this-
Japanese style?
Godzilla's a lot closer to American style dragon. American style dragons are the ones that have the big leathery wings and they look like lizards.
Yeah, but he only shows up in
All 3 of his movies.
Tokyo, though.
Godzilla?
Until recently.
I do.
Recently, we were like, you know what? Let's
yeah,
have him attack the United States.
And that makes sense. You know why, right?
Because we can't have radiation in Tokyo anymore.
No, you know what Godzilla started as, right? I know you know.
A lizard?
No, I was just.
Do you not know why
What are
Godzilla
you
was
attacking
created?
me for?
You were nodding. I was like, don't answer this because I know you know.
The radioactive salamander?
No, Godzilla was an allegory for the atomic bomb.
Yeah.
Like they were still hurting from the fact that we nuked them.
Yeah, that's why like everything about Godzilla is his like original. The original plot of Godzilla is he just went and would destroy nuclear reactors. Like, wow, other stuff.
Yeah.
But like most of like his like Godzilla would get angry when he would find like massive amounts of nuclear radiation and he would go destroy whatever was producing.
Yeah, he was a force of nature against nuclear power,
Yeah, because
which is how that translated.
because we
Which brings me to we should all watch it. Is Shin Godzilla,
I'd watch it.
the latest one, where it's a little bit of a return to form for him, where he is the monster that he was created to be. And supposedly it's one of the best Japanese produced ones they've made.
Yeah.
So we should watch that.
We should do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be up for watching it.
Definitely.
I had oh man, I lost it. I had something I wanted to say.
What was
and I can't remember.
What was the dragon movie with Christian Bale in it?
I think
Rain
it
of
was just
Fire.
called Rain of Fire.
Oh,
I need to watch
Aragon?
that. I heard that was good. What?
Aragon?
No. God, no. Have you ever heard of that one?
Aragon?
Which one?
Rain of Fire?
No.
Rain of Fire was pretty interesting actually.
2005, I think.
Yeah, I saw it on FX
I need
one
to see
time
it.
because I wanted to watch it and I thought, well, this is probably not going to be good. So
I mean, the basic plot is post-apocalypse, but this time the apocalypse was dragons.
it's really dumb, but I mean, it's pretty decent.
Right?
It's
And,
not bad.
Apparently, the effects are really good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
It was a good film. I'd watch it again.
We should do that too. Monster night, monster movie night,
Monster movie night.
pop culture unboxing. Tell your friends, bring your friends. Let's
I
watch
got
movies.
it. We'll
Yeah.
stream it. We'll watch the movie. We'll tell you what time we are in the film. We're not going to
Okay.
actually stream the movie because that's illegal.
Well, no, you can do the. Doesn't Amazon Prime let you do the?
May actually be a
stream along
federal
thing?
offense now.
They do?
I think they do. I think if you have you have to own the movie, but if everyone owns the movie or it's free on Prime, you can set it up so the leader can sync it. And so everyone syncs up to the leader, and then anytime the person who's the leader pauses or anything like that, it pauses for everybody.
Oh,
And you
I
stay in
really
sync.
like that.
That's cool.
I
I-
think it's Prime. Don't quote me on that. But
We'll look into that because I think that'd be a fun.
That would be
that'd be a
fun.
fun live stream for the fans.
Yeah.
Well,
not
anyone.
necessarily that. I think how we would do it is probably how we do our movie nights in the Discord.
You mean the legitimate ways that we watch films? in
Well,
Discord?
I mean, do it legitimately, but also through that, but also be in Discord so we can all hang out.
No, yeah, I'd do that.
So
Yeah, it'd be cool.
You weren't at the last movie night.
I know I was. Were you?
Yeah,
Nice. I was asleep. My sleep schedule is rough. I've transitioned almost completely to a 20 hours awake, 8 hours of sleep schedule.
But what is the sleep and awake schedule? Like, when are you asleep and when are you awake?
20 hours after I woke up.
So you don't have a bedtime. You just go to sleep. And you just sleep for 8 hours.
I have a 28-hour day. Yeah. So like every day, my bedtime moves back like 4 or 6 hours.
That can't be good for your health.
Yeah, that's
man.
not healthy.
That
It
can't
feels good for me.
buddy.
They
That
say
can't be good for you.
Why
Yeah,
not?
so does heroin, but that's not good for you.
I go to bed when I'm tired and I wake up when I'm not asleep anymore.
Yeah, but
How is that not
But what do
healthy?
you do when you're awake?
Hang out. Search for jobs. Try to call unemployment because they won't pick up.
That's the funniest thing in the world.
I don't know, man. That just doesn't feel.
I'm
I'm more worried about your health lately. I'm worried that you're gonna die on us.
Why?
I don't know. Well, so what
It's
happened?
an oddly
was- here's the
specific
truth.
worry.
Here's what happened. You weren't at that Discord call, and we all were. It's like it showed me what kind of friends that they all are, and they're real quick to turn on you.
Why?
Real
What did they
quick.
say?
The first joke. The first joke was a fat joke, and then immediately
I know exactly who said that.
who?
It was Victor.
No,
Was it not?
it was Asian.
Yeah, Asian is Victor.
Oh, he's Victor. I only know him as Asian.
Yeah.
May she wants us to play with her,
Well, yeah.
but
Yeah, no, that tracks.
that started. Well, he didn't even start the joke. What he was trying to do is I think he recorded it because he set us all up. He was trying to set me and Drew up because he kept saying he's just like, I picture Matt that he's a little bit overweight. Is that true, Drew and Ryan? I was like, don't. I was like, you don't do this.
You should have
Don't do
just told
this.
him yes.
We did.
Yeah.
We ended up giving in, but yeah, real quick. But then we like it just escalated into this mindset. Just like he's probably gonna die soon. It's just like, oh man, I don't.
Picture of health. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't want to say. I don't. Well, you know who probably said that. It's like he's probably gonna die soon to fit in with the joke.
Was it Shadow or Pyro?
No.
Was it Drew?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To fit in with a joke. I think it
Yeah.
was true. But
I'm gonna beat him up.
But that's the thing. It's like that happened, and we're all like, I'm just sitting here in this thing. This is the second.
Again, it comes back to what I said last episode. Is like because all of my friends talk crap on me when I'm gone, it makes me really wonder if I am a bad person,
It was just so bad. It's just like this is.
or if I'm really bad at having friends.
This is like the second time I've had a full-on like group discussion with these people. Never really made friends with them. I made friends with them that night, but
by
Bonding
trashing
over
on me.
no,
over trashing
by making
another
fun
friend.
of Borat because I hadn't seen Borat in a long time. Boy, there's an experience there.
I did want to watch it, but
Next one we're watching is a horror film, I think. But it was just like I'm sitting there like we're like at some point it got to it was like okay we're making light of this way too much. Like he's not gonna die. Like, he's gonna be fine. I just continue to paint my miniatures.
Did anyone offer like a kind word about me?
I don't remember. That's the
That's
problem.
a no.
That's
Wow.
the problem. I don't remember. That's the
Wow.
thing.
That's
entertaining.
I remember the bad things.
This is why I don't talk to people about my feelings.
You guys wonder why I'm
I mean,
a
it was
recluse.
You
fun.
guys wonder, yeah, people wonder why I just bottle everything up.
I mean, we
This is why.
we had a good time.
Ryan didn't even defend me.
I did.
No, you did. You said you caved. You coward.
I caved.
I wasn't there, so
coward.
you figured. You know what will it hurt?
You're-
I'm not going to sit here and defend my friend at all. Some
See,
friend you
now
are.
you're being a dick about it. No,
You're the one.
I'm trying to. I did try to defend you. I just didn't.
But
say
then you
anything.
did. But then you stopped.
No, I didn't say anything. It's just we eventually caved in. Like when I say we, I mean Drew. I'm just trying to make the blow less for Drew because I don't want you to hurt him. He's a small. He's a baby boy. I don't want him hurt.
I'm going to stop defending people when they're
Don't.
not there to defend themselves.
That's entertaining.
That's not true. You're good. You're too nice.
No, apparently
You're
not according
too
to any
nice.
of you guys.
I am.
No, he's nice. He's just overweight.
I guess I should probably confess something.
True.
I should confess this before you go on the Discord. Just start. All right, assholes. Like, so
Heads
to
are
be
gonna
fair,
roll.
I am blowing this up a little bit out of proportion just because of the last time we talked. You said that we're all really mean, but
You guys are though.
It wasn't that bad.
That's funny.
I'm making it a lot worse than it actually
Ryan's
was.
dramatizing
It was really only like a quick 2-minute talk, and then we moved on to the movie.
I figured.
We started the film, but it's a lot funnier.
But also, no one said, "Oh, it sucks that Matt's not here."
We
Would have
did.
liked to have him.
Well, we did. We kept trying to ping you, and you wouldn't answer
Because I was asleep.
Well, the thing is, here's how it went. Asian kept trying to ping you. You never answered. Asian's just like, he's probably asleep, the fat ass. And then it's just like, at least that's what I think he is. What do you guys think? And then we're like, don't put us on the spot like that. And then we watched the movie. We all laughed and watched the movie. That's what happened. But the reason I'm blowing out of proportion is you say that I'm a terrible friend. I needed more evidence to say all of your friends are terrible.
So
That's
okay. Wait, but that doesn't make you a better friend. Your response to me telling you you're a terrible friend is to say, yeah, but all of your friends are terrible to you, so it's okay. That's not the right response, Ryan.
Ryan's just trying to pull up enough evidence to let you know that you're the problem, not
I think
him.
it's the case. But then I ask him what he wants me to change, and he won't tell me.
Nothing. You're perfect.
That's what he exactly.
Hold on. It's like those guys that are like,
This is why your
women
parents don't
suck.
like me.
Like
This is
none
why
of
my
them
parents
want to
don't
date
like
me. Hold on. It's like those guys are like, women suck. None of them want to date me. It's like, well, if none of the women want to date you, it's probably not them.
No, it's them.
If you go around on your life and you meet one asshole, that guy's probably an asshole. But if you walk around and all you meet are assholes, it's probably you.
Love it.
I try to be nice and friendly to everyone, and I pay for it.
That's so
It's
funny.
just heart in my heart.
It's just so. It's
Not
really
heart in my
funny.
heart.
It's like
For some of us, yeah.
it's just really funny because you're like the owner of the server. Like you're basically like our emperor. But when the emperor's not around, we're just all in like the break room, just talking shit.
It annoys me
That's
though,
so
is
funny.
that if I'm like, because it really does annoy me that my activity in Destiny directly correlates to how active everyone in the Discord is in Destiny, and it bugs me. I'm like, no, go play the game. You guys all love it. I'm taking a break.
Now I'm pretty much convinced that they don't love it anymore.
I think all of us are falling into that.
I'm really well, we talked about it on the while we were waiting while they were pinging you to try to get like you guys' attention. Everyone has practically like thrown up on that game. They're done.
Yeah.
I don't play it. I'm just
The one I'm curious about, Victor, what did he say?
What did he say?
Because he was the one. He's kind of got the sunk cost thing. Is that he always comes back to it?
If I remember correctly, he just kind of agreed with everyone when someone said like nobody wants to play Destiny anymore.
Yeah.
Like why would anyone want to play?
It's one of the things where it's like there's nothing to do except get these things and the only reason to get them is to do things a little bit better, a little more optimal next time.
Yeah.
And it's something. So that's why in the last 3 or 4 weeks I put 180 hours into Star Trek Online instead of any other game.
Oh, I did say that. I said that you were probably asleep because you have been on. Well, how did I say it? I said you were probably asleep because when I first turned my computer on, it said 71 hours into Star Trek Online or something like that. So he's probably asleep because he's not waking back up. He's been awake for the whole week or something like that.
That wasn't the case.
That's
But
That's
anyway,
really what it says. It says like
I think when it says recently, it means like in the last week or something.
yeah. I mean, it says like when I looked at it last, it was like in the 70s, like of how many hours you've played. You really, I love it.
I do. It's so much fun.
We need to end this show.
Yeah, we do. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
Yeah, if you want to interact with me, maybe tell me nice things because my friends don't. You can find me on Twitter at MattRossVO. You can also go to Twitch where I never stream anymore. Jan Jinkle, Ryan.
I mean, you're not going to come find me anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Cole, you still haven't responded to Cole.
I did.
He's upset about that.
No, I did respond.
Did
Cole.
you?
I had a whole conversation with him.
Okay.
About it, and he forgave me.
Okay.
Did you read my
You've
tweets
been
to him?
forgiven.
No,
Have
I
you
don't go
looked
on
into
Twitter.
it? I attacked back. I instantly went into defense mode.
This is why you don't have friends.
It's so wholesome.
Here, you want me to read?
Twitter is such a wholesome place.
Here, you want me to read what I said to him?
Not really.
Oh, well, I'm going.
I'll do it myself. Tell them where they can find you.
Red
We got to
Steak-
wrap this show up.
Red Steak Ryan everywhere.
Zach.
You can find me on Twitter at _relief, LIEF. Make sure there's that underscore. I am not a Brazilian woman.
No, but he does have a Brazilian. And if you want to find the show, you can find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at Pop Culture Unboxing.
That's such a weird thing to know.
And thanks for listening, everybody. Tell your friends. Bye. I love you.
Have fun.
Bye.